In 2018, NASCAR had a big three, which was the top three most dominant drivers of that season. After a 2019 season that felt like nothing changed, 2020 was different. The big three included Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. In 2020, Kyle Busch looked to defend his championship run. After a pretty good start to the season, looking like he never missed a beat, the COVID lockdown happened. With 2 months away from the car, when he got back at Darlington, he didn't have a good run like he was hoping.
Oh, there! Look at the right side of the 18. I think we know who got into that sign, peeled it away from the wall. That's pretty heavy damage there to the 18 car of Kyle Busch.
That is rubbing the tire, isn't it? You see a little bit of black there that's come off the tire and onto that fender.
Yeah, I mean,
and a little bit of that.
Wow, that did not work out for. Oh, Kyle Busch turns Chase Elliott
hard into the wall and almost back up into traffic.
Oh, Clint Bowyer getting pushed.
Committee, I believe so.
And here goes the conversation between Alan Gustafson and Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch had an absolute terrible summer after this.
And it's all about Martin Truex Jr.
You know who can't catch a break is Kyle Busch. Back on the last restart, he was the only car 1 lap down. He's still the only car 1 lap down, and he's in the free pass position.
But no cautions.
There may not be a free pass to the end of this race. And just as Larry predicted, most teams electing to split this stage in half, Matt.
The truck winner from last night, Kyle Busch, just has not had the car tonight. He's been sliding the nose. At one point he says, we are just awful. The car's still on the tight side. Meanwhile,
wide going into turn 3.
Oh yeah, he and Almirola made contact.
Boy, it did not take much. You know what I think, Mike? I think the exhaust pipes where they come out of the right side, they only stick out about a half an inch. That's all it takes to cut that left rear tire when he and Kyle Busch made contact.
Kyle has made it back to pit road.
Clear.
Lead change.
Yes. Kevin. Well, I didn't have to wonder long how Kevin Harvick would run this stage.
He is
flat out.
He's got a fast race car and a lot of confidence. Right there, you heard that little tiny bit of contact, and that's all it took to cut the. And I mean, to me, you know, that thing is usually pretty accurate, that virtual car, as far as from positioning. So pretty good chance that somehow Blaney was able to get to
racing here.
Oh, Kyle Busch into the wall, saves it. Saves into the wall. He touched it with that right rear quarter panel and rear bumper.
And the 4 almost got into turn 2. Now the 3 wide.
And around goes the 18. He catches the 19. Martin Truex Jr. into the wall.
Straight, get going direct.
And the wait will have to continue for Kyle Busch fans to see him in victory lane. He has just brought out the first caution. Huge damage to the right side of that car, running in the 6th position.
Nope, never touched. It don't take much though to upset the cars around, and that shows you fans at home that the air off these cars can really do some crazy things.
Speaking the playoff standings.
Oh, hard hit the 18 of Kyle Busch. So caution has come out.
Yellow.
And that's not what the 19 of Chase Elliott wanted, but it was definitely what the 11, the 48, the 14, the 19 all wanted.
Blew it apart. Right rear.
So they definitely have some sort of braking issue. Where that 18 car is wrecked is very odd location. It sounds like he had another, perhaps, brake failure. Oh yeah, there's something going on in there.
Like something blew apart in the right rear, I think. We were on the bank in there. It blew both rears out.
Yeah, JTG Doherty Racing has suffered through quite a few disappointments.
And the contact right there got they loose. Puts them both in the fence. Man. This Reddick trying to.
Although he had a terrible summer, he did in fact make the playoffs. In the start, he had decent runs at Darlington and Richmond and finished a heartbreaking 2nd at Bristol. He had such a terrible next run with the top 10 at Vegas and had a DNF at Talladega and a subpar run at Roval, which means he was eliminated from championship contention. This first story does have a happy ending. After all the heartbreak, after all the struggles, After all the pain, after all the endurance, Kyle Busch, after 34 long weeks, headaches, heartaches, just downright no luck, looks like the whole world hates on you, he finds a way to do it. The excitement in Kyle Busch's voice says it all.
The streak. You can't go back and start over. 15 years.
And he's got enough fuel to do a burnout. They had talked about this team always got better from practice and then on to the race. Well, when you eliminate practice and you start at a certain point, they said they just always felt like they were behind and never could catch up during the race. Well, this time they had a great car. They saved the fuel they needed. He's got an M&M's fan there.
Where's the bow? I forgot. It's been a really long time. It's been a while? We'll give you a second. There it is. Kyle, I want to ask.
And this is where the curse gets passed on to. After a perfect 9-win season, Kevin Harvick failed to make the championship 4.
Can Harvick do it? The final turn. Let's go get it. He needs the position.
Oh, Harvick spins the 18.
Turns into the 18. He turns as well. The 18 crosses the start-finish line, and Harvick is going to be out of the playoffs.
Next week, after getting a top 10 to finish off the year, he looked to come back stronger than ever. With a top 5 in the Daytona 500, he just didn't seem like normal Harvick. Going into the very early races of the season, Harvick wasn't nearly as fast as he was in 2020, and that was mainly because of how the way the winners went in 2021. We had so many new winners every week, it made it difficult for Harvick to be good. There was always a new winner like McDowell at Daytona, Bell at the road course, etc., which made it very difficult for Kevin Harvick to find victory lane. Kevin Harvick just seemed a tad bit off.
For more on Harvick, here's Jamie.
Trouble for Kevin Harvick. He just came on the radio and said, I have a flat tire. The team just put their helmets back on. They're waiting for him to bring it down. They believe it's, right there.
Left rear.
Flat left rear for Kevin Harvick, who's sitting in third now.
Oh, man. When you have the inside, they just make contact very similar to what we just saw with Eric Almirola and Stuart.
Running 8th when this happened.
Just past the start-finish line going into turn 1. Oh, yeah, that's like the worst place. Yeah, that right rear tire just went down. That's an odd situation that far into a run to see a right rear tire go down like that.
Place.
Kevin Harvick.
We've had heavy damage to Harvick.
My goodness. I mean, he's got front and rear damage. That car is torn up.
Been a long time since you've seen that 4 car tore up.
Back straightaway, see Eric Jones to his inside. No visibility here. Starting to slow down, getting in the corner.
No, we're not even to the corner. He lifted because of that.
Yeah, you know what happened? He let off early because he didn't know where the braking zone was, had no visibility.
Couldn't see, and somebody ran over
in the
him.
back of him.
Absolutely. Wow.
Eeks.
Oh, it looks like the 42 of Chastain maybe got into the tires, or I didn't see what. Oh, I see. He checked up because something going on with
ahead of that
LaJoie.
picture.
Moving to the outside, 3 wide as they go to 1. 4 wide now.
Oh, contact on the bottom there between Harvick and Blaney.
Let's see if anybody gets a tire rub from that. Harvick's stuck. It's just going to be hard to make this work. Although it's 4 wide on the outside, that's going to help him.
A week ago.
Terrible.
Terrible. We're hearing that out of Kevin Harvick.
One of the strangest things we've seen here, and you were putting together a fairly decent day.
It was decent.
Nose of somebody's car hanging on the side of Harvick's.
The backstretch.
Big run with Suarez, with Kurt Busch pushing him, and they just made contact, and
Yeah, Suarez goes to the inside of the 4 car there to try to take that run that 1 car of Kurt Busch's gave him, and Kurt gets into the right rear quarter panel, turning the 99 into the 4. Kurt trying to get low with the 99, just not able to get there, not able to help him. Turns him into the 4, and away they go.
Here it is right here. That was the move, and then, as you said, Kurt just trying to push him and gets him in the right rear.
And Blaney now with 3 wins. Last week in Michigan,
he ended up limping into the playoffs as 16th and final man. At Darlington, Harvick showed up with a mad fast Ford Mustang. He finished 5th at Darlington and got an 8th at Richmond. The next race at Bristol, Harvick was approaching the anniversary of his last win. He was on a 1-year losing streak. Harvick was fast and had easily one of the best cars. With laps winding down and Harvick being locked into the next round, he was looking for a win. Lap traffic came into play and Harvick ripped up a fan favorite, Chase Elliott. With Harvick leading, Elliott decided to ruin the 4's night.
Let's give Larson the opportunities to the inside. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Harvick's going to have the momentum off the top of the racetrack.
Harvick still has the lead. Now 5 laps to go, but he also knows Chase Elliott not happy the way he was raced earlier.
Harvick
Here comes Larson again.
Harvick got the marbles, just a little bit off of 2 there.
Priest is almost clear of Almirola. There's so much to watch. I don't know which screen to look at.
Well, Reddick is right to the rear bumper of the 22. I thought he made contact.
The 5's going to have a big run right here down the back straightaway.
He looks to the inside for the lead. Larson tries to do the slide job. Not enough room.
He does it.
Harvick crosses over. Now puts the bumper to the back of the 5. Harvick charging hard. Larson. Now Elliott on the inside of Harvick. Watch for that. Larson clears him. Out of 4. Larson's going to win at Bristol. Off both drivers climbing out quickly. Harvick keeps his helmet on.
Explain something with his hand motions. Harvick still has his helmet on at the moment. And no physical contact. It looks like Harvick is now turning his shoulder, starting to walk away. Now he turned around, they're having more words. And in the meantime, we see Kyle Larson shooting at
All right, so that's going on the back stretch. Meanwhile, on the front stretch, it's Woody Kyle Larson.
We mentioned emotions at Bristol. Flaring up here.
Like, you know, I was just trying to get the lead and racing hard. And then he pulls up in front of me and just sits there until I lose the whole lead. So, you know, just hate it for our Subway Ford Mustang team, you know, to be able to lose a race like that. And I watched him let the 24 go by, and then anytime you run into him, it's a problem. So they can boo all they want. I don't care.
How much of this is compounded by the fact that you were so close to winning and to have it slip away, but then also what happened when he went by you again?
Yeah, well, I lost so much there, and then, you know, when I got behind the car, I kept getting tied up the corner, and I couldn't run my line. So
with Las Vegas and Talladega being complete in the round of 12, at Roval minus 9 points. The rivalry was brewing, and looking at his chance, he took
it. For Chase Elliott, let's take a look.
You're clear.
Wow. There was the contact. Sent him into the wall. Could that be the payback for Bristol a couple weeks ago?
We're riding on board. You hear him stand in the gas just before contact.
And does that end the possibility of the 9? Right now, 8 points below the cut line. Does that end his chance?
Listen to the throttle.
Now that Chase Elliott was taken out of contention of a win, Harvick looked good until...
Keep your eye on the bottom of the screen. What will Chase Elliott do if he gets to the 4?
Well, you're getting ready to find out because the 9 has a run on the 19 of Truex, and the 9 is going to force his way in. Oh, the 4 is going to miss the corner.
He
He's
misses
into the
it
wall.
into the DeWalt wall. Kevin Harvick hard. The right front of the caution comes out.
Heartburn turn, strikes again.
Yeah, fine. Just walk the tire up one straight.
And that was really all the highlights of the 2021 season for Harvick. But the curse was not over. He can continue the remainder of the 2021 season winless. To start the 2022 season, he was 46 years old and was entering his 22nd season in the Cup Series. And didn't have the best start. Yes, there were flashes like a top 10 at Fontana, but a lot of ups and downs. After a few good races and a lot of bad ones, Harvick went to the month of August, 17th in points, and needing a win to make the playoffs. At Michigan, one of Harvick's best tracks in recent memory, he was on a 65 race winless streak. It was a top 5 car all day, but pit strategy and some bad luck of others got Harvick in the victory lane first time in almost 2 years.
So from Bakersfield, California, this will be his 59th career win. That puts him 10th all time, guys, on the list. 65 starts since the last win for this Ford team. And he entered Michigan 96 points out of the playoffs in 17th position. As he comes off turn 4, the closer, Kevin Harvick, is going to make it happen in Michigan.
Great job! Awesome!
Hell of a job, man.
Delay earlier today. NASCAR felt confident about being able to get this race started. And the fans did too, because every one of them are still here in this grandstands.
There's a lot of talk about young drivers. Kevin Harvick, that's his.
And with this, it doesn't get passed on to like others have. In 2022, Martin Truex Jr. had a great season, but couldn't find victory lane. But with all the new winners every week, he just seemed like he would potentially miss the playoffs. And that he did, missing by 3 points to a dude who finished 35th and should have been done in Stage 1. Martin didn't let it bother him as he was going into the playoffs. He didn't have to worry about winning or worry about elimination. Martin had a good car at Darlington, and he had a mad fast car on the night. Looking like nothing would stop him, 31 laps remaining, and Martin started blowing up.
We're back at Darlington, where the leader, Martin Truex Jr., has just come on the radio to say he has lost power steam. He can't do anything. A huge, huge disappointment for what was one of the strongest cars here this evening. Martin Truex Jr. having serious problems.
It was very heartbreaking for me as a Martin fan and Martin himself. He had came so close so many times in the season, and that was one that hurt. The rest of the 9 races were just bad luck and heartbreak.
With a power steering issue, Martin was kind of the first one to report it in Stage 1, said it was intermittently locking up, but when it locked up, it totally locked up, and now it's done. And you see Truex, who is not in the playoff hunt here, out of the race car. We'll see if we can get a word with Martin Truex Jr. here and ask him exactly what happened. Hey, Martin, get over here and grab him. Talking with Coach Gibbs. You said in Stage 1 it was intermittent as it locked up, and when it locked up big. Is it finally done?
Yeah, it blew the seal out and pushed all the fluid out on the right front tire. So it's unbelievable. I mean, what Harvick say? Crappy parts?
Yeah. If you were your teammate Kyle Busch, how worried would you be right now?
Well, he's not going to worry. He's just going to drive it until it stops working. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. It's another one. I don't know.
He talks about another one. That's Bubba Wallace.
Run on this tire as he goes into turn 3. You see it.
That seems to be a consistent number.
Yeah.
34, 35, right in that lap count.
I don't really know what.
Way to pit road with race leader Martin Truex Jr. in front, Kim.
And we'll follow the stops first. Ross Chastain.
Oh, a hit. He got hit coming into his pit stall.
And you see him turned around. Absolute detriment to this team who had led. They wanted a little more on fire off, but Martin Truex Jr. not what they needed here late in the race, Marty.
Boy, pit road.
Find a way to lose the race almost, seems like.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. Yeah, I mean, I definitely slowed down before I committed to my box. I seen it late. You can't see a damn thing down on the pit road here at sunset, you know, with everything on your windshield. And I turned late, and I knew I had to tap the brakes as soon as I turned, and he just never lifted. So I'm not blaming it on him. I can't blame it on him. It was half my fault too. I would have thought I'd got a little courtesy of a little tap of the brakes. I mean, come on. But yeah, it is what it is.
Nothing you want NASCAR to do. There's nothing they can do.
No, not at all.
And with that, Martin Truex Jr. finished the 2022 season winless and sad. And with that, Martin is the last guy with this so-called curse. When do you think Martin will win and finally stop this curse? And thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one.